What is up, everyone? We are going live shortly, episode 67 of the Council, and we'll be talking about Zack Snyder's Justice League finally happening? Question mark, question mark. Scooby-Doo and Scoop, Middle Earth, some other stuff. I don't know. Something's going to happen in this show. We'll figure out soon. Starting live very shortly.
Welcome back to another episode of the Councilmen. This will be episode 67th, 67th
67.
episode.
Yes.
You sound my brain was toast. Today, there's Albert, there's me, Toastiest Beth, and there's the puppet nap, Teguh. Ariq couldn't join us today because today is what is it called?
Idul Fitri.
Idul Fitri. Yeah, what's the
Eid Mubarak. It's
I don't know.
I don't want to mispronounce it.
Eid al-Fitr.
Is that one? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Teguh, you got it. I think. But yeah, Idul Fitri basically.
Yeah. He's celebrating that with his family, so yeah. He couldn't join us today.
I think it was the fact that it was his sister's birthday that he couldn't join.
Both.
That too. It's his sister's birthday too.
Kelvin, are you okay?
I don't know, man.
The fact that your hair is clearly very long now doesn't help.
Dude. You don't know how long my hair is now? Okay, here, look at this, okay? Okay, it's covering my eyebrow already.
Yeah.
Okay, after I shower, it was like this. I can't see.
Me and Kelvin I was showing him the highlights for the commentary track for Cats, which we cannot upload. And we were seeing videos of us, and our hair was so much shorter. And I'm like, my God, what the times that have passed since then.
Dude,
I'm glad I
look
cut
how
my hair right before quarantine started.
I cut my hair I think a week before quarantine started, but I didn't go all out because I didn't know it was happening. But yeah.
By the way, my username wasn't supposed to be Puppet Nap because the first one that generated was Matron Kelvin, but then I'm like, I don't want to be Kelvin, so I generated it again.
Dude.
Yeah.
We could have been, Kelvin 2.
Kelvin 2.
Kelvin 2.
Oh, dude, I forgot. I thought our name was gonna be Kelvin Do, Teggy Do, and Scoobert today.
Oh, are we gonna do that? We'll do that. We'll do that when Ariq comes.
We'll do that when Ariq's here. Yeah, Albert. So what are we gonna talk about today?
Well, we're in the topic of the Scoobert, Doobert, that thingy. Let's just start with that. We got several stuff to talk about. Me and Teguh's gonna hash out some beef between the Middle Earth. It's not really beef, but I'm trying to understand. I think Teguh have explained it before, but I keep trying to convince him otherwise. So we'll hash it out.
Teguh don't even know he has a
remember
beef
my
with Albert.
explanation.
You don't even know what?
Okay,
Teguh don't even know he has a beef with
No, we'll
you.
save it for later. But
Not really deep. Okay. And yeah, we're gonna talk about the Zack Snyder Justice League because that's like the biggest movie news. But we'll start off with Scooby-Doo. Or teasing earlier. In case you guys don't know, we dropped this past Wednesday a commentary track for our newest commentary track for Scooby-Doo, the 2002 version. And that's the glorious thumbnail that I made in like several minutes. Calvin's head fits perfectly on Fred's face for some reason. Anyway, I mean Shaggy, not Fred. But yeah, we did the 2002 version of Scooby-Doo, the one that was written by James Gunn, starring Matthew Lillard, Freddie Prinze Jr., Linda Cardellini, and Sarah Michelle Gellar. And yeah, we decided to do that. It was when we decided to do this, it was not planned at all that the movie Scoop is gonna come out that exact same week. It just happened to be the case, and we're like, you know what, let's capitalize on this. So yeah, we did that. That's out on audio on the podcast feed on that's already been released. We also have it on my YouTube channel already been released. The full 1 hour 30 minutes commentary track. It was a lot of fun. I cannot upload the highlight reel once again. The same issue that I encounter with cats. For some reason, YouTube doesn't allow me to doesn't allow the algorithm for like the in terms of the audio or the video. They just copyright claim it, so that sucks. But yeah, so we have the full commentary track. So I recommend you guys check it out because it's I don't know what you guys. We already confirmed that the next one is going to be the sequel for Scooby Doo. So I'm guessing you guys pretty much enjoyed that commentary track for Scooby Doo, right?
No, man, like we enjoy Scooby Doo. Not necessarily the commentary track.
Yeah. And you know what? I actually wanna talk real quick because I decided the other day to watch the 2020 Scoop, and I want to know
Oh.
what's it about, right?
Oh, okay.
So,
So the news
try-
group.
Yeah, try to
Okay.
predict what I think of it before I say it.
It's bad.
I know I've seen pictures. The police lady is hot.
Okay.
What?
I know what you're talking about, but I'll I'll comment
I
on
feel
it.
like Albert is not agreeing with you, Teguh.
No,
That
no.
or the police lady
No,
is a trap.
because Teguh doesn't know what the context of that thing is.
I don't know.
But yeah, Calvin, what's your prediction of my thoughts?
I don't know. It's weird. I don't know.
All right, so
It
Here's
should
the
never
thing.
have been created in the first place.
here's the thing. That film, after watching Scooby Doo 2002 and watching Scoob 2020, it feels so different. The Scooby Doo 2002 actually feels like a Scooby Doo film, even though it have a lot of adult themes in it. Scoop
Mhm.
2020 feels like a bunch of people who know Scooby Doo is a hot property and a hot IP, and they realize that Avengers is a thing, and they're like, how do we make Scooby Doo for the younger audience nowadays? Let's modernize it. Let's make a superhero movie. Oh, you know what? There is a Hanna-Barbera character called Captain Falcon or Blue Falcon. I already forgot the name of the character, voiced by Mark Wahlberg in that film. Oh, we got that
What?
character from Hanna-Barbera. Let's cross over it with Scooby-Doo and make a Scooby-Doo superhero movie. Hell yeah,
What?
let's do that, man. So it's literally a superhero film in the Scooby-Doo universe.
Wait, it's
And
a
they even-
superhero film?
It's a superhero movie. It literally feels like a very crappy Avengers using the Scooby-Doo gang. And they split
Oh,
up the
God.
gang, which is like the best part of the gang is that their collaboration. They split them up for the most part of the film, which sucks. Not only that, is it okay if I spoil it?
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna watch
sure.
it.
Simon Cowell is in this thing, and he's the reason why the team
Ooh.
split up. He's
Wait,
like, he's like, Fred, Fred, you're like the muscle, you're like the leader of the team. Daphne, you're like the empath of the team. Velma, you're like the brains of the team. What does these two guys do? So they're like, you guys have to get away, and literally that's the reason why the team broke up is because of Simon Cowell. It's like the best teams in the world is only formed because of their strongest part, not their weakest part. Like blah, blah, blah. And like, it's just so the film. I'm surprised of how boring the film is. And the good, yes, that I know what the scene that you're referring to.
Mhm.
That's not really a woman. That's a guy. That's
yeah, she's a
dressing up
trap,
as a woman. Huh?
Yeah, I know. The meme sold me.
Oh, okay, yeah. But, I'm just.
There's
It
a
just doesn't
trap.
feel.
in
It feels.
Scooby-Doo?
Yeah,
There's
it's
a
a
trap.
trap. The police officer is a
trap.
trap. It's all over
It
Reddit.
literally- and the fact is, Fred was like, "Oh, Fred was like Efron." The best part of this film is literally the voice actor of Scooby Doo. That's it. Shaggy, I'm really disappointed that Matthew Lillard does not sign back because it doesn't sound like Shaggy at all. And the
Matthew
story
Lillard is really too perfect, bro.
yeah,
Set the
exactly.
bar too high.
And like Matthew Lillard did voice a lot of the animated films too, but I don't know why they didn't pick him for this. But yeah, the film doesn't feel. It feels like someone wanted to make a Scooby Doo film, but they're ashamed of Scooby Doo themselves. So they decided to make a non Scooby Doo film involving Scooby Doo characters, which is the worst part about it. You know.
Okay, so I shouldn't watch it.
Well, if you have nothing to do, put it in the background because I was so bored out of my mind. There was so many times when I'm like, I gotta just stop this and just go to bed. But I'm like, I want to watch it so I can talk about it on tomorrow's show. But it's so boring. And like, yeah.
Okay, all right.
So there you go, guys. There's a reason why you should watch Scooby Doo 2002 with us instead of watching the new Scoob film. Not a promotion for a commentary track. No, but
Shameless
seriously,
plug.
the
Plug.
film is actually surprisingly boring.
Oh yeah, I only heard that it's boring.
I thought the voice cast everyone except for Shaggy was good, but yeah. So that's Scoob 2020 versus Scooby Doo 2002. Calf, you're here. My God, that looks.
It's like I need to.
So...
hey. Okay, you know what? I need like the hair. It's annoying because it touches like my eyebrow and stuff, and it's like tickling it. So I need to use a hat, but I hate using a hat. You know.
I actually
use a rubber band, like just tie it with a rubber band.
I'm in the same boat as you, Calf, because like, okay, I don't know the reason why you hate wearing hats, but the reason why I hate wearing hats is sometimes it I don't want to say hurts, but like it messed up your hair even more.
I know.
I guess the reason
my hair just now.
Yeah, that's true. Well, sticking with the theme of Warner Brothers, I guess, and yeah, in that Scoop 2020 film, there is so many Warner Brothers plug that they talk about. They talk about Harry Potter. They talk about Justice League in the Scoop 2020 film. So they're totally very shameless plugging themselves in there. And while we're in the realm of that, the Zack Snyder Justice League is finally happening, officially confirmed by HBO as part of the launch of their streaming service HBO Go. HBO Go? Yes, I believe it's HBO Go. As part of that, they are officially releasing a Snyder Cut version of Justice League. So, what are your initial thoughts when you guys hear this?
Generally, Snyder, like the extended cut in like Snyder's movies, much better. So maybe now we will understand why Superman doesn't kill Batman after. I don't know. Batman doesn't kill Superman after hearing Martha. So maybe now we know why. There must be a reason to it that they cut out in the original movie. So
I mean, there was BVS. I don't think they had any grudge by the time Justice League.
Oh wait, this is Justice League.
Justice League, yeah.
Oh right.
I mean,
Well,
Zack Snyder did direct. He did direct BVS. He was supposed to direct Justice League, right? But then he had to step back.
Direct like half of it, then Josh Whedon take over.
So sort of, but I don't exactly know the actual reason. One of the reason was that because his daughter passed, right? So he had to step back. That they said that was the reason that Warner Brothers said. But some people think that they just don't like his direction and they use that excuse as a way to replace him. So they got Josh Whedon. But people were upset because they're like, oh, I heard the script for Zack Snyder Justice League is supposed to be really cool. And like, they don't release the Snyder Cut, we're gonna riot, you know? So yeah.
Oh, is that why? Well, I mean, Snyder Cut is usually pretty good from what I heard, so probably not gonna watch it again because I do not like it.
I mean, apparently the film is going to be very different.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is Batman going to be suicidal again?
I'm trying to find what is supposed to be in the Snyder Cut. But while I'm doing that, Teguh, what are your initial thoughts when you hear that they are gonna release a Zack Snyder version of his script and his film for Justice League? Do you care at all?
I was
Uh,
never too big of a DC fan to begin with, so I'm just
yeah, I mean that's fair. But like, okay, do you guys like the theatrical version of Justice League, the one that Josh Whedon made?
Hmm. Dude,
Hold on a minute. I think I never actually watched it. Yeah, I've never watched Justice League.
Oh,
I hate the plot and everything. Did Stephen Wolf really?
I didn't watch
Ah,
Justice
yeah,
League. I just
and
checked.
then like
you didn't.
it's pretty
I did
bad.
not.
Aquaman is okay, but I mean like at least the Flash was good in there.
Yeah,
But
it's not too bad.
but everyone else is just bad. Surprisingly, Batman is bad. Like
Yeah.
dude, he's Batman. Why you get is Batman's best plan is to commit suicide. Teguh.
Oh,
On the
right.
la-
When he's trying to sacrifice himself. Okay, yeah. I see.
yeah,
Okay.
Batman's
Not much.
best plan is for him to commit suicide.
It's not
Amazing.
exactly commit suicide, it's to sacrifice. It's very different, Kelvin.
Well, Albert, sacrifice, dude. This is a fancy term for committing suicide.
It really isn't. Let's move on from this. We'll get canceled pretty soon for saying that. But yeah, so you weren't the biggest fan of the Justice League film, right?
No, and I hate the jokes too in there.
The joke, yeah. It's very. You can tell the jokes that were written were Josh Whedon jokes.
Yeah, very much.
It wasn't Snyder style. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure I don't know who's following. Have you guys heard of the? I think I mentioned it a while back. You guys heard of the app called Vero?
Oh yeah, the app that only Zack Snyder used.
Literally, there is a social media app that's called Vero, VRO, that initially had a kind of like an interesting launch, and then Zack Snyder used it, and then like pretty much no one used that social media app now except for Zack Snyder, and he keep on like every week he keep on teasing something about the Justice League Zack Snyder version, like he teased like a picture or something like that, like he keep on doing that until eventually now it's actually confirmed that it's happening. But yeah, apparently what's supposed to be in the original Zack Snyder version obviously is going to be much darker, much more serious in tone. There is going to be more backstory to the Flash, Aquaman, and Cyborg. There is more backstory to Apocalypse and the planet Apocalypse alongside the Darkseid. There is going to be the Atom, aka Ryan Choi from Star Labs. There is a tease of Martian Manhunter, apparently. Superman is supposed to be having the black costume with long hair, like the one from I forget the storyline. So Superman, not Rebirth, like you know what? When after Superman died from Doomsday, the one where he rises back. That storyline, I forgot what it's called. There's supposed to be that. There is supposed to be a flashback, more flashbacks to the first invasion of the. You remember when they fight? Well, Teguh doesn't remember because he haven't watched it. But when the Amazons and Atlanteans and the Green Lanterns fight the Steppenwolf, there's supposed to be more of that. There is supposed to be more tease, like what they did in BVS of the Flash saying like, "She's the key," like the Injustice.
How long is this movie?
It's supposed to be. That's the thing. It's supposed to be a two-parter initially, I think.
Oh my god, is this going to be a 6-hour movie or something?
Initially, but actually, you're not far off, Kel, because that was supposed to be the thing, and they released the Justice League thing, the Joss Whedon, and now based on the news of Zack Snyder's Justice League that's going to be released in 2020, 2021, when the launch of HBO Max, not HBO Go, sorry, HBO Max, it says, as it was announced on Zack Snyder, he actually did a watch party for Man of Steel recently. And yeah, so it was announced that this version is going to cost 20 to 30 million to complete. The special effects, the music, and the editing will be released as either a 4-hour film or a 6-part television miniseries, as well as involve the original cast together.
What? A 4-hour movie.
Either a 4-hour movie or a 6-part television series involving the original
What
cast
the
that
fuck?
will cost 20 to 30 million to edit to complete additional reshoots, the score, the editing, and everything like that.
Dude, if I'm watching a 4-hour movie and it's still mediocre, I'm never gonna watch a single Snyder movie ever again. Telling you, man. I'm not gonna waste 4 hours for a mediocre movie.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's gonna be it's literally going to be a commitment. It's literally going to be because it's really long.
Dude.
But yeah, I guess hearing that, does that change your anticipation, or you're still like, I don't know. I guess I'll see the trailer or something.
I'll see the review, the trailers and
Before-
everything first, you know. Then if I'm like, yeah, you know what, I can commit to this 4-hour journey. Then maybe I will.
How about you, Teguh?
You know what? 4 hours? I think I'm interested now.
You're interested, and this is going to be his first version of the Justice League instead of watching the Just Read It.
Well, yeah, don't watch the original.
Okay.
No, don't.
Well, I guess in that case, I can't be too disappointed, right?
I guess
Sure.
Wait.
Cal. Since we well, I guess among us, we've seen the most DC. Have you seen Birds of Prey?
No.
Okay, well, I guess me, but we've seen most of the DCEU stuff, and for the most part, like Shazam isn't really connected. Wonder Woman, the new one, the 1984, is going to be a prequel, so it doesn't really matter. And Birds of Prey doesn't really connect to the events of Justice League. So Justice League technically is like the last clinching timeline point. So
Mhm.
if they decide to make this one the official canon of DCEU, they can technically rewrite the ending of that film and decide it on how they want to do it. You know?
True.
Because there is nothing on the line in terms of timeline right now. Not
Oh,
really,
damn.
anyways.
That's right. Well,
Yeah.
we'll see how the ending for this one goes.
I'm still honestly surprised that Warner Brothers decided to greenlight this, and that it's literally because of all the DC fanboys saying release the Snyder Cut, and they
Dude.
actually decided to do it.
Doesn't like Gal Gadot and basically the original
They
the
support-
cast, like they supported stuff, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
did.
yeah.
They have all outspoken, including I think including Ben Affleck, maybe not Ben Affleck, but Gal Gadot, Momoa, Ray Fisher, and Henry Cavill. Obviously, they're the one that's
Yeah.
most outspoken about this.
Dude, yeah, I mean, Cyborg, dude, he needs justice. Like when we were talking about it the first time just now, I completely forgot that Cyborg is even in the movie until you mentioned it. He's literally just there for I don't know why. You know?
I mean, he have a big storyline point because of the mother box thing.
Yeah, but yeah. But he's very forgettable.
He is.
Yeah.
All right. Fred loved movies earlier just now. I didn't put it in because it wasn't part of the conversation. But he said he downloaded the commentary track. Thank you, Fred, for Scooby Doo.
Nice.
But you haven't watched it because you haven't rented the film. Yeah, I guess you got to rent the film first. And he also said, I want to see this, but I don't know how much HBO Max is gonna cost. So I looked it up, and I don't know if they mentioned how much it's gonna cost yet. But if it's pretty much the same price as any other streaming service, HBO Max have a stack lineup right now. Aside from the obvious TV show that's already part of Warner Brothers or HBO, like the Gossip Girl, which have their own fan base, obviously. They have the Green Lantern TV show that we talked about a while back. Remember?
Mhm.
They're supposed to have a Justice League Dark, which I don't know what's that about gonna be, but they're supposed to have that. Obviously, this one is gonna grab a lot of people for their audience. The Zack Snyder Justice League. They're gonna have the Adventure Time Distant Lands, which I think is a spin-off of Adventure Time or something. That's
Oh.
exclusive to HBO Max. It's a
Okay.
television special, a 4-hour long television special episodes for a miniseries. They're gonna also have an Aquaman miniseries TV show. They're gonna have a Looney Tunes TV show. They're gonna have a Gremlins TV show. They're gonna have a lot of their stuff. Like I believe Friends is gonna be exclusive to this eventually. I think I might be wrong. Oh, they have the Friends reunion that's supposed to happen for this one, right? We talked about that a while back. They're gonna have the Doom Patrol. Is this the same Doom Patrol? It is the same Doom. Yeah, it is the same Doom Patrol as the one that I guess they're moving the limited DC stuff to this. I don't know, but yeah, they have a stacked cast. So they have a stacked list for more than Disney Plus at least during their launch for original programming.
Yeah.
I think they'll do pretty well.
Man, like so far from what you mentioned, yeah, the shows really seems really good. What they're going to be dishing out.
I mean, they are working together. They're working with Warner Brothers and HBO. HBO already have Game of Thrones, already have Barry, already have Euphoria. They already have so many good stuff right now on their own streaming service, and they're combining it with Warner Brothers. So that's going to have a lot.
True.
And Warner Brothers owns a lot of things. So yeah. But yeah, we'll see this Snyder Cut thingy. But before we move on from Snyder Cut, if there is one thing that you wish you can see from this Snyder Cut thing, what do you want to see?
More Flash.
More Ezra Miller as a Flash?
Yeah. He
was really underutilized in the film, though.
Very.
Because in terms of storyline wise, it makes sense, but
I still do hope. Like like you mentioned, the Snyder Cut will be huge. It's grittier, right? Darker stuff like that. But I do still wish what's the name? The Flash will still be kind of like the one in the original one.
Comedic.
Comedic stuff like that. Because it fits his character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess.
How about you, Teguh?
I don't know. I haven't seen.
You haven't watched the movie.
Well, what
can I just say, Can I just say good stuff? There we go.
Well, I hope for that too. No, that's something we can all agree in.
Here, I want to see if they're actually gonna make a bearded Superman. That's all I want to see. after the mustache debacle, just go with the bearded Superman with the long hair and the black suit. Plus, I hope this actually, because I'm actually a fan of Henry Cavill as Superman, so I hope this actually sparked back the possibility of Henry Cavill returning in another Superman, a Man of Steel sequel or something like that. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. 2021. This is like the first official news. We'll definitely hear more of it about Zack Snyder's Justice League, aka the Snyder Cut that people has been demanding. But it will be interesting, especially if they tease they're gonna have Darkseid. If they're gonna have that, that's big. That's big.
Ooh, that's good.
So yeah, that is Justice League. Okay. So let's move on. While we're sticking to the movie news theme, Teguh said he have movie news. Let's hear that first, because I have no idea what this is about.
No, right? This is the first time ever Teguh have ever said he got a movie news. He have one.
It's less movie news and more TV show. Well, not TV, Netflix show news.
Okay, what is it?
So apparently it's popular in the UK and in Japan as well. But have you guys heard of Terrace House?
Oh my god.
Terrace House.
The Japanese television series?
Netflix series.
Netflix series, I know.
It's a reality TV show, Bert Kelvin.
Oh yeah, I know this.
Yeah, apparently one of the because right now they're putting the show on hold, right?
Of course.
Virus and everything. You can't really have everyone staying in one house. Apparently, one of the cast members died.
Yeah.
What?
I heard about that.
Yeah, like on the most recent one, one of the girls,
her name is Hana Kimura.
Yeah, Hana Kimura. Like she just died yesterday. According to the Japanese news, like they're still investigating cause of death, but according to the English news, we're a lot more straightforward about this. They're just like they suspect it's because of cyberbullying.
Cyberbullying.
Yeah, because apparently,
Ooh,
like
that's
I don't know, I
sad.
haven't seen the episode, but you know Tim, right, Kel? Yeah, I haven't seen the episode, but he has, and I don't know. They say that like she was getting a lot of flack on the internet because of some things her attitude and like some things she did in the show.
Mhm.
So people were like, well, the usual shit, like cyberbullying, and then there's suspicion that she killed herself, but no one actually knows yet for sure. But yeah.
I mean, I'm reading an article from what is this, NBC News right now,
Mm-hmm.
and they mentioned that her last post on Instagram literally have a caption saying goodbye,
What?
and
Mm.
I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what they said. And yeah, they also mentioned a lot of cyberbullying involved on Twitter of people just like not liking her attitude. And she said that she has been very outspoken about some stuff, and some people has been outspoken back about her. But yeah, she died at the age of 22 very recently.
That's only 1 year above us.
And yeah, it's a
Oh.
episodes 39 to 30 or to 44 of Terrace House Tokyo were previously scheduled to debut in Japan starting next Monday. However, Netflix announced that in the wake of this news, their release will be postponed. But yeah, I do not know much about this show. I've heard about it, but I do not know much about it. But yeah, hearing stuff like this, especially because of cyberbullying, if that's a fact, that's very heartbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, I just wanted to share that. That's all I have.
Yeah, I mean these kind of stuff sucks, man. Why do people have to be such jerks on the internet? You know, like I also know a friend recently who he's part of a show like us. He's part of a show on YouTube. I don't want to rat out anyone, but he's part of a show, and he recently left the show because he didn't feel welcome. He told me that he was he was bullied. Sorry, they were bullied. I shouldn't use he. They were bullied, and after they came out, they just didn't feel accepted in the group itself, the show that they helped build. But yeah, because of that, they recently left, and it's literally because of cyberbullying, and no one. The sad thing is no one believes in them because they believe in the brand more and the people and the other people behind the brand instead of my friend who recently left because of the bullying news. So like it sucks, and I'm trying to defend him as much as I can on the internet. But yeah, it's those kind of stuff sucks because you don't want to see, especially if it leads to something like this, you know.
Yeah.
All right, so
All right.
well, moving on from this, there's no easy transition, but moving on from this news. Teguh, you recently saw a film finally.
Aha! Finally.
Sorry, what did you
Finally.
watch?
Your
Calvin,
name,
you know this. It's your name.
Oh, right.
We don't know it.
Right,
So-
finally.
I
As
thought
always-
I was hoping Kelvin would respond with what? Toastiest bath?
Oh, okay.
As,
No,
as always, tradition.
Damn it, Kelvin, you
Um,
disappoint me.
As a tradition, Councilman, after someone watch your name, we need to hear a quick review on it. So, Teguh, what are your thoughts on your name?
That's a
Ha,
tradition.
Teguh, how weird is it to see your house? To see your area in animated form.
Is it really your area in animated form?
No, Albert, you do not know how realistic that is, okay? If any of you come to Tokyo, I will take you to those spots and you'll be like, what the fuck? Except there were more trees.
hold on.
There were more trees than usual.
There were more trees than usual.
but yeah, like it's I like it. I understand. Like the thing is, I watched Weathering with You first, and then Your Name, right?
Yeah.
Wait, but you finished
Mhm.
watching Weathering with You, right?
I've seen it, yeah.
Yeah, because like I get why people would say your name is a lot better, but I would honestly put them at about the same level
Alright.
in terms of quality. Because I don't know, like for me, your name left that very like you feel happy for the main characters, but at the same time you feel empty inside kind of ending. Whereas
Mm-hmm.
Weathering with You is like you feel happy for the main characters and you feel satisfied.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't know what to
Well,
say which one is better, but
well,
like
I guess
I
we're
like it. I like it a lot.
we're spoiling stuff here. Spoiler alert once again. I I I feel satisfied watching your name though at the very end, the very last scene.
Like I no, it's
It
not
feels
satisfied.
like,
But don't you feel a little bit empty inside? I felt a little bit
I
empty
feel
inside.
empty inside.
I guess yeah.
I feel like
can
at
feel
least
it.
like
I know what you mean.
5% satisfaction, but
It's
the
a
Yeah,
rest
little
is
bit of
like empty.
satisfaction, but I was
Yeah.
still very empty. I was like,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Having seen it several times already, I know what you, like. It feels a bit of joy, but it feels like a relief more. It feels more like a relief, sort of. I don't know if I don't know if relief is the right word even, but
yeah, you just feel
I
empty.
get what you mean.
And I don't know. I just find it funny how I've been to more of the locations in Kimi no Na wa than any of you, and I'm the last one to watch it.
Yeah,
Dude, that's what I told Teguh in the group chat. You know, that's the reason why Teguh don't watch Kimanawa, because he lives in it. He don't need to watch it.
Talking about the location in Kimi no Na wa, I found this thing a while back, and I just want to. I think I've showed you guys, and I just want to show the people again. Let me just zoom out a bit so we can see the full picture.
Yeah.
Like this is how. That's the real life location. That's the animation. It's unreal.
It's
How-
crazy. Like you know the iconic stairs scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go to that location and you check like the picture to the thing, you can see they actually drew it so accurate, like down to every building.
Oh, really?
Like
I
even
believe
the
it- I believe
buildings
it's
are
somewhere.
accurate.
What places is this? Is this like a tower in
Is
Tokyo?
that Tokyo Tower? No, it's not Tokyo Tower. It's probably Skytree.
Tokyo
Oh,
City
it's
View
City
and
View. Oh, okay.
Roppongi Hills.
I've never been inside it. I've only been outside of it.
But it looks so good. Like even the train station and everything.
Train station.
Like-
yeah.
Like they even throw the freaking trees, man. What the heck?
Yeah.
It's insane. They have the KFC in the background
Oh,
as well.
keep scrolling down. Keep scrolling down. They might have my workplace. I've been there.
I remember this place.
Just outside
yeah.
the station.
They got the exact same signs. It's like insane. They got this. Like it's unreal how good the animation.
That's just
and
a
the
post office
realism is.
box. Come on.
Still,
all
that's
all
still-
the
it looks-
post office boxes look like
it
that.
It looks good. Like this too. That's a staircase.
Yeah, see,
That's a
you see
staircase,
onto every building basically.
Huh.
True.
Yeah, and you took a photo in this one.
Yeah, I did. Wait, where's
It's
where's
your- it's
where's the
your work-
Shinjuku? Where's the Shinjuku one?
Is your workstation nearby here?
Yeah, okay,
That's crazy. Is it this one?
yeah. See,
Somewhere here?
right here. If
Let me zoom out a bit.
like where they're standing is basically the view in front of the station where I work at.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. You work in a train station, right?
Yeah, tourist information centers. Like if you
Tourist
go outside, that's literally the building I see every day.
Damn.
Yeah,
you're
and that's
living-
close by the police station.
the details to the building and everything.
Like over there, but up. Over there, if you go to the right a bit for like 50 meters, you'll find the
Mhm.
police headquarters. I went
Uh-huh.
inside once. It was pretty scary.
What? Why?
They got the
It's like,
monorail
but
and everything.
no, Kel, you know that mission we do in GTA where we have to go to the
I love
FIB
this one.
building.
Yeah.
It feels kind of like that.
Ooh.
Like you go inside. Like outside is just policemen with like wait, no, they didn't have guns, but they were just like standing there like guarding it. And then there's like armored cars parked, and you go inside, and then there's a counter desk, and he's like, "What do you want?" And then you have to like, "I'm here to update my driving license." And then they give you a visitor's pass, and you go up the stairs. All you see are like detectives, policemen, and you're like, "Did I do something wrong? I hope not." Get arrested now. Like, yeah. But
Alright.
surprisingly, the the person who was updating my driving license, like the lady at the counter, was surprisingly nice. So
That's good.
I mean,
That's good. At least they're not mean.
everyone else was scary, but that lady was surprisingly nice.
All right.
I think that lady was like, "Wow, a foreigner with a Japanese driving license, amazing!" Here you go. That's something I don't see every day. Yeah.
But Fred Love Movie says your name art is so beautiful. Yeah, and it is. It's one of the best things
so
to take away from it.
You know, I've actually also been to the lake that inspired the Itomori town.
Itomori? Itomori is not real though. Itomori is not real.
No. I've been to the lake that inspired it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's
It's
cool.
actually all the way in Nagano.
You went there on vacation or what?
Yeah, with my friends. It's in one of my Instagram posts.
But yeah, I still find it ironic that you're the one who've been to the most location, yet you haven't. You the last one to finally see it.
Yep.
What changed? What was the change of heart that you decided? You know what? I gotta just finally watch this.
I was just on YouTube listening to music, and you know how YouTube just like autoplay something, and like it went to like Zen Zen Zense.
Oh yeah.
The song, and then
Then I know.
yeah, and then like.
Which song
Well,
is
I was
that?
listening to it. Like up until like when did I watch it? Like the day I watched it, up until that point, I never really paid attention to the lyrics. And then that day, I actually listened to it. I'm like, wait a minute, and then I was like hearing the lyrics. It sounds like well, good shit basically. And I'm like, okay. And the thing is, I've seen memes, so I kind of like had some guess. I've seen memes and posts like I never knew what the story was, but I had some guess as to what like it's about. Which turned out to only be like what 50% correct.
Big spoiler warning right here. In case you haven't seen it, don't listen because this is a big part. But Teguh, so you know about the twist that they're from different time?
No.
Okay.
Just like seeing from the memes, and everything, I just knew that they weren't necessarily like together. Like at first I thought it was like a parallel universe or something.
Okay.
Not like I didn't think of it as a time.
So you didn't even think that they are in the same planet? No, same planet, I guess, but
same universe. I thought they were in a different universe. And then I thought like the ending is like when they're asking like, "What's your name?" It's because they never officially met in the universe. In that universe, is what I'm thinking.
Oh no! It's just the time.
Which is like completely wrong, right?
Yeah.
But like, and then like listening to but basically because I had like some
What's
sort
the
of
lyrics? Did the lyrics spoil it? Because I don't understand it. The lyrics.
It's basically the chorus is something about like talking about like the world before you. Gitu.
I never pay attention to it, so I don't know.
I guess they.
Hold on, let me open up the lyrics.
Interesting. And yeah, the Zen Sensei is basically it's the trailer music as well as the montage in the beginning. So there's a bit of a montage in the beginning.
Yeah. There's that as well. But
that's
yeah, basically like looking for you and like in a world before I knew you, something like that. And then the lyrics. So I was listening to that. I'm like, this sounds like some really good shit. And then like recently, just because I'm so bored, I've been watching anime. And then you remember I told you guys like I want to watch Your Name when I can finally watch anime without subtitles, with Japanese subtitles. I tried to, but it wasn't on Netflix. It wasn't on Amazon. The only place I could watch it was like illegal sites. Well, not illegal. We shouldn't say illegal.
Third party.
Which I didn't watch an illegal site. I actually didn't watch on an illegal site. I was like, because I was like, I didn't want to go on there, right? So I'm like, wait a minute. I don't want to see hot single moms in my area, you know. So and then I remembered, wait, I think someone gave me the movie once. It should be in my hard drive. So I looked for it and I found it on my hard drive and it had English subs. So I watched it with English subs, but also part of it was because like I decided that I wanted to watch it without subs, right? But like, and then just because I've been so bored, I've been watching so much anime and I've been watching it on Netflix, so I didn't have English subs. I was like, you know what? At this rate, I can probably understand it without subs. And I didn't need subs, but I ended up watching it with subs anyway, so I guess. Oh well.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
yeah, I was
Alright.
and listening to the lyrics of Zen and It, and that's what made me like decide, okay, fine, I'll watch it.
yeah.
Okay.
And just to give credit, I I don't- if this is the same bandmate Zen Sensei, or is it?
Radwims?
Because
Yeah,
Red
Red Wimps.
composed the full. Red Wimps
Red
does
Wimps
compose the full score.
composed of
Yeah,
the
they
whole
composed the whole thing,
song
even
for
Sparkle.
Kimi no Na wa.
Yeah, I love Mitsuha's theme. I love the theme where they're in the cafe or is it in the school. The one that.
I don't know if you guys ever. Well, Kelvin might have caught it, but I don't know if Albert ever caught it, and Ariq probably never understood it. But like the whole like Mitsuha, Yotsuha, like he knows the thing with their name.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I get it. I get it.
Like Mitsuha is third leaf, Yotsuha is fourth leaf, and then their mom is Futaba, which is second leaf, and then the grandmother.
Oh, I didn't get that.
Yeah, because like
But you,
they never mention it. It's only the dad says it once. The dad says, I was never like dedicated to the Miyamizu shrine, only to Futaba, which means second leaf. And then I don't know which I forgot. I remember reading the name on like you can see it on the list of like people who died from the meteor or comet
Yeah.
thing.
Mhm.
Like the grandmother's is like Ichiha. I don't know, but I don't know if it's Ichiha or Hitoba. It could be either one. I'm guessing it's Ichiha. Ichiha sounds more like a
better.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, no.
So yeah, maybe their kid's name will be Itsuha.
If yeah, well, I like to think that they that end up together. But yeah, no. I watched I watched the film the first time, obviously in Indonesia. I watched it several times already since then. The most recent time I watched it was actually it was on a plane when I flew back this past summer, and so it feels so poetic that after I finished watching the film, I actually land in Japan for transit. So I'm like, oh god, this feels so perfect.
Yeah, but you
Okay.
never get off, Albert.
I never get off.
Yeah,
Okay,
Albert.
hey, Japan is one of the place that I wish that I could visit one day. I just haven't had the opportunity to do so. Okay,
Well,
I'm
technically,
probably
you
gonna
did.
go
You
Have
to
do
transit there
visit
anyway.
there
Just extend your
quite
stay
a lot.
there.
I'm waiting for my mom and dad to finally decide. Let's go to Japan for vacation. I really want to do that. Okay, so
If you do, I can take you to all the Kimi no Na wa locations.
I would love that. I would love nothing more than that. And yeah,
Nice.
no, my only concern, because I love Red Wimps, I love Makoto Shinkai, I love Your Name, I adore Weathering with You. I've only seen those two films for Makoto, and I know you guys agree with this, but the film feels very similar in terms of plot, in terms of music, obviously, because they use the same band, and the music is very similar. In terms of character, in terms of the romance aspect, the fantasy aspect. Like I haven't seen other Makoto Shinkai film, but if this is like the type of films that he make, I'm concerned because it literally feels like duplicate, you know?
Yep.
So hopefully once he makes a new film, it's going to be something different, but still as good, because they will be exciting to me. It's like the best thing about Hayao Miyazaki is in terms of artist, in terms of the storyteller, all his films in Ghibli is very different. Nothing is exactly the same. They're all very creative, very diverse. But people say Makoto is the next Hayao Miyazaki. And in terms of in terms of like making a great masterpiece, yes. But in terms of creativity, if this is like the kind of stuff that he did, I hope he branch out of it. Just saying. But yeah, Frat Love Movies in the group chat says Teguh is low-key the funniest member of the crew, and I actually agree. Teguh sometimes just say one-liners and just makes us cracked up.
Yes.
And like he just stays silent.
You see,
What did
Teguh
you
is like,
like
yeah.
I don't want to say single moms in my area.
Teguh doesn't talk much, but when he does, he drops out bangers,
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no! No! What is that? Half-ass daft, Teguh.
All right. So yeah. Another. Let's.
Now, Albert, all we need to complete the Councilmen is for you to turn into a weep.
Yes, Albert.
Yeah. Well, okay. We did have this debate in the group chat here. So a weep is someone who likes anime. Is that it?
Not really.
Well, yes, but actually,
what's the
no.
official term? What's the official term? Because I like how Ariq and me had a quick banter about him.
Like, here's the
when
thing,
you're in the
Bert.
console,
You're on your first steps towards weebdom. You just don't watch enough anime.
I
Yeah,
know.
Albert.
Just watch more.
I used to.
Then watch more.
Well, watch more.
There are so many filler episodes in anime. It's a
Well,
waste of time.
That depends on what anime you're watching.
Exactly.
Like,
Hmm.
go watch. I don't know, Kel. What should we recommend, Albert?
My friend told
Okay.
me to watch
Do we
Seven
really
Deadly-
want to just
my
drop him?
My friends told me to watch Seven Deadly Sins, which is on Netflix. I watched 2 episodes and I'm like, it's
Nah.
fine. It
Seven
didn't,
Deadly
it
Sins.
didn't take my interest. It's a very pervy anime, I'll say that, but it's fine.
So I guess not Konosuba.
No.
What is Konosuba?
Bert, go watch Kaguya-sama.
Dude,
But this will
shit.
Albert like that kind of thing, though.
I know
What
exactly.
is it called?
Kaguya-sama Love is War.
Kaguya-sama Love. What is this about?
It's a
It's a comedy romance.
It's a high school stuff.
High
It's
school
one of the
comedy
funniest
romance.
anime right
It's
now.
like, I think it is the funniest anime I've ever watched. Basically,
Is there a place on streaming where I can watch this?
it's on Netflix, but I don't know about Netflix US.
I have VPN,
Yeah.
so not to worry.
It's on Netflix Japan.
Yeah, but if you watch in Netflix
But
Japan,
that
you
is
don't have
Japanese
subs.
subtitles. You won't understand anything.
Oh wait. There's no dub.
No.
Oh, dude, Albert.
Okay, here.
Albert,
That's how you know you're
Albert,
not
this is
weak.
why
You're
you're
watching
not
dubs.
turning into a weep because you're looking
what
for
I was-
dubs.
This is what I'm thinking, okay? Because if I were to watch this and it's gonna consume some of my time, I might as well put it in the background as because my internship's starting soon. So I was thinking like maybe when I'm working on when I'm actually at
If you
work,
put it in the
I can
background,
put
you're
it in
not
the
a weeb.
background. Oh, okay, it doesn't count.
Albert, no.
Alright, so I have to dedicate watching this fully
I know it's
in Japanese subtitles.
no in English
In
subtitles.
in English subtitles, Japanese dub.
Yeah.
Japanese, yeah.
No, because one of the best part of Kaguya-sama that makes everyone like it is they really nailed the voice actors. Like,
Yes,
the voice actors are perfect for each of the roles.
yes,
But, yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. It's a comedy high
How
school romance.
long is an episode?
24 minutes.
24 minutes,
Oh,
but if you skip the intro and the outro, it's only like 20 minutes ish.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give it a try. I cannot guarantee you when I'm gonna finish watching the first season at least. It's short. It's 12 episodes.
Okay, you know what? In the
Yeah.
group chat, we'll give Albert
I
some
will.
lists of anime he can start off with,
Okay.
and then
All right. Let's see if Albert will one
hopefully
day
we can
turn to
go
a
to-
weep. So we can finally have a 4-man conversation about anime.
What?
about
About
anime.
what? Oh, okay.
Who's
Yeah.
more? I think Teguh is more anime veteran than me now. I think. I feel like it. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
I stopped watching anime for quite a while at some point.
all I've been doing is watching anime,
Exactly. See. Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
it's not like Shogo or John helps. They're like, here, watch this.
You see,
That's fair.
most of my friends read mangas. That's why they don't recommend me much animes to watch, but they do recommend me mangas to
I mean,
read.
you have been reading, right?
I've been reading too. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what now?
All right. Well, to transition, I have no smooth segue, but we teased it earlier on. It's not really a feud. I'm just trying to get an understanding here from Teguh. Because, Teguh, your favorite film in the Middle Earth franchise, out of Middle Earth, The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, your favorite film is Battle of the Five Armies, correct?
Here's the thing. You know when I said in group, I'm confused now?
Uh-huh.
It's because I don't remember saying that.
You said that several times.
But the thing is, I asked Kelvin. Kelvin doesn't remember. And I asked Ariq. And Ariq's like, yes, you said that. And I'm like, huh. And then I thought about it, right? I just sat there thinking about it. And I was like, no, I'm not going to rewatch it. So I was just like
It's a
sat there
long
thinking
film.
about it. And I consulted with Ariq about this, okay? And I figured out my reason why. It's the one movie I remember the most. So again, I'm playing on the memorable.
Was this the
factor.
most recent one?
Yeah, it's probably that. But it's the one I remember the most because here's the thing. Like I asked, like Ariq, for example, like, okay, which scene did this happen in? Which scene did this happen in? Which scene did this happen in? It all happened in Battle of Five Armies. And like, I know, I still kind of remember the first one, and I know I liked it. But
you mean Unexpected Journey?
Yeah.
Okay.
But Desolation of Smog, I could basically remember nothing of what happened there.
That's the best one, though.
That's the thing. I was like, I'm pretty sure I like Desolation of Smog more, but then I couldn't remember anything, so I was like, okay, fine, I guess I'll just default to Five Armies. So I guess maybe if I rewatch it again, it'll change my opinion on it. But as for now, I'll have to stick with Five Armies because that's the only thing I remember.
Yeah,
except for that one battle, which I remember a lot, but not because I like it, it's because I hate it.
I watched that was the first Middle Earth anything I ever watched was with you. You invited me to your birthday, and that's you invited. I still remember one of the worst seats ever. And no, sorry, Teguh, no offense, but you decided to get us a seat right in the front row, and throughout the whole 3-hour film, we were breaking like that, watching Middle Earth, watching Hobbit, Battle of the Five Armies.
Was that
the first? It was Battle of the Five Armies. There was
I think that was because there were no seats, right?
I think that was the case, probably.
I would never. Yeah, I always pick like the topmost. I would never pick.
No, it wasn't an awful experience. I was just very confused because I've never seen a Hobbit film, and it was a 3-hour long film, and it was just all battle. I'm like, who's this character? Why is Thorin Oakenshield the leader? Like I was just so confused. But yeah, no, I believe. Well, yeah, you said your reasoning was because of that. I'm trying to find evidence to where you mentioned it. I forgot when. I thought I posted something in the movie brawl.
The thing is, I was like, I wasn't sure if I said it or not. But then, like, I can. It's not something that like I would never say that. It's something like I might have said that at some point.
Okay, but okay. So do you still think? I don't know how much you recall, but do you still think that the Battle of the Five Armies war? And Kelvin, feel free to chime in if you want to.
I have no idea.
Do you still think that Battle of the Five Armies is the best battle in Middle Earth?
Okay, no, that I definitely didn't say. It's not the best battle in Middle Earth. No.
All right.
If I said that, I must have been drunk, or sleepy, or both.
Well,
because that's the one I complained the most about.
All right, see that's so weird to me because I know you're a war guy and you like you like the aspects of war, and if you complain a lot about Battle of the Five Armies,
because that's the one that makes the least tactical sense.
Then why is it at one point in time? Because you definitely did that. At one point in time, you definitely mentioned that you like Battle of the Five Armies because of the battle. You like that the most because the whole film is a battle. That's what I remember you saying. Which is
if it's because the whole movie is the war, yes, but it's that one final battle that just pisses me off.
Okay, I wanna hear which part exactly.
You know that part when the dwarves come over and they make the perfect shield and spear formation to stop a charge. Perfection.
And then
you charge into that, you'll die from impalation. And then the elf just decides, nope, we're gonna jump over this. And then you're like, and then the dwarves are just there like, what? Okay, I guess we're breaking formation now. What?
Okay.
What?
So that's the one thing that you hate.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that with a passion.
That's right.
Like, sure, okay, cinematically it looks cool and all, but I would have much preferred seeing those orcs just charge into a spear wall, like the dumbasses they are.
Yeah.
But no, the elves had to be dumber.
To be fair, well, they have different fighting styles, but yeah, no. Battle of the Five Armies. The reason why I decided to nitpick is because I legitimately thought you thought Battle of the Five Armies had a better war than the Battle of Pelennor Fields and Return of the King,
maybe if I
or
said
even Battle
something
for
like
Helm's
that,
Deep.
but maybe if I said something like that, what I meant was I like it because the entire movie is fighting, and I
Okay.
like war movies, but I
Mhm.
hate that one scene. I just
Yeah,
hate that
I mean,
so much.
while we're in the topic of war, Kelvin is very interested. This is like his. I've never seen
Oh yeah,
Kelvin
of
more
course, it's his
interested in
favorite
that.
genre. What are you talking about?
Yeah, of course.
Lord of the
I'm listening
Uh,
so attentively now.
But like in Battle of the Five Armies, it's literally several men, several elves. Well, when I say several hundreds, they got some dwarves led by Dane, and as well as the Taurens and his 12 people. And then they face a whole army of orcs and like ground. Well, I forgot what the name of the worm is. The
Yeah,
werewolves.
the worm thing, right?
They have so many orcs. They have so many worms. They have so many of the bats thingy. And like I just didn't find it. It doesn't make sense that they won because it looks like the enemy have so much more. I guess the only reason they
Especially
won
if
is
they
the
do
only
some
reason they
shit
won is
like that.
because the only reason is they won is because they take down Azog, the leader.
Yeah, I mean, plot
Pretty much.
armor.
Yeah, but like the bat in the Pelennor Fields, it literally makes sense because like as many Urukai there is and as many orcs there is in the war and the Oliphants and everything, they actually have hundreds and hundreds of men. They had hundreds and thousands of elves. They also got the ghost army, which is very very cool, by the way. In Return of the King,
I like
It makes
that
total
battle a
sense.
lot.
And I also
One of the
there's
ghost
no
pirate
memorable.
ones, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and there is
I
no
like that battle.
there is no memorable like yell before the war in Battle of the Five Armies, but like in Return of the King and in Two Towers, whenever King Theoden is like Fort Erolingas, and he just scream and just charge into war. It's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find a quote here when he said the speech before the war, but it's one of the best battle cry I've ever heard in anything.
You know what? Here's what I'll do, Bert, to
What?
settle this. Okay.
You'll just watch the scenes.
At some point, I'll
watching.
just rewatch all of it
Mm-hmm.
since I'm bored anyway. And
Uh-huh.
I'm actually really bored, so I might just rewatch everything tomorrow. But like, I'll rewatch all of it. I'll
Good luck
come
watching
back
all
to
those.
you. I'll come back to you with my refreshed opinions, not biased by recency and like which one I remember the most, and I'll let you know what I think.
And hey, I'm not gonna pressure you to watch all of them because they took a while and they're long.
You
But if
underestimate
do-
how bored I am.
Kelvin, is
You
Kelvin up
underestimate
for
Teguh's
the challenge
ability
as well?
to binge watch,
You
okay?
underestimate my ability to binge watch, Albert. I
Kelvin,
can
you watch
finish
the
a
Middle Earth
whole.
stuff?
Dude, Albert, let me tell you something, okay? Once
Okay.
Teguh started watching Kimetsu no Yaiba episode 1 at like
Mhm.
what, 3 a.m. or something? Or 4 a.m.? Yeah? He finished all 26 episodes in one sitting. Then sleep.
Damn. Well, I mean, if Teguh can finish all three films, which at least they're all like 3 hours, they're 3 hours 30 minutes each at least. If you can finish that in one day, I'm impressed. But I don't think you
I'll
will.
finish
I'm
all
pretty sure
six. I'll finish all six, Albert. Let's go.
there's no way you finish that in one day. If you finish it within a week,
How much is
sure.
it? Wait.
There is
So
no
one
way you finish
movie's
it in
like
one
what?
day.
3 hours?
Okay, let me the theatrical cut, right? How
Yeah.
long is all six middle not middle school, middle earth film? How long is all 17 hours, 17 and a half hours.
17
all
hours.
theatrical.
Okay, then all six I'll say takes 2 days.
It's possible. If you're really up for it, it's possible.
Teguh, are you up for the possible or for the impossible, Teguh?
As
Jewish.
someone who just
Kelvin's tempting me.
as someone who just
Jewish.
watched it recently, I recommend starting with the Hobbits and going with Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm doing.
Because once again, it's like chronologically, it makes more sense. Plus, Lord of the Rings is the more, at least for me, it's the more entertaining one. So you have something to look forward to, at least after the Hobbits.
The thing is, I just watched Lord of the Rings recently because I think it was on TV when I was in Indonesia. So That's Lord of the Rings 1, 2, 3 was no 1 and 2. 3 I didn't watch. 1 and 2 is still kind of fresh. But yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'll let you know when I start watching. I don't know if I will watch tomorrow, but like we'll see.
Do the impossible, Teguh.
Kelvin's tempting me.
Kelv,
No.
you've never seen any of the Lord of the Rings films, right?
I do, but I
remember
don't remember much from it, like or anything.
How long did I spend on Kimetsu no Yaiba, Kel?
No, what is 26 episode?
Is
Times
fantasy
20
your thing?
minutes.
Is fantasy your
26.
thing, Kelv?
Huh?
20.
Is fantasy genre your thing?
I mean, like I like Star Wars. I'm okay with it. Not really my favorite, but I'm okay with it.
520 divided by 60. It's about 8 hours. Yeah, 8, 9 hours. That was Kimetsu no Yaiba.
Yeah, see? And Teguh was still gonna go on, if Kimetsu no Yaiba season 2.
That is true.
Here, I just want to show you guys King Theoden's. Holy shit, that quality is crap. King Theoden's I guess it's a close up thing. King Theoden's battle cry. It's so good. Can you guys hear it?
Yeah.
It's one of the most awesome battle cry I've ever seen. It's so freaking badass.
I kinda wish Albert opened the wrong video and turns out to be the goat screaming.
That would have been amazing.
Is there subtitles? No, there's a subtitle. But it's
Yeah.
with the music and with whatever he's saying, it's just so badass.
This one also kind of annoyed me because was it this one or was it the one with Gandalf? The one where they charged into a spear wall. I was like,
that's the Battle of Helm's Deep, the one where they ride from the hill, right?
Yeah. I was like,
yep, it's Battle of Helm's Deep.
I mean, I guess they jumped over it, so fine.
They have a lot.
But that also kind of pissed me off.
The music is so good. Oh hell.
Right now! Right for ruin and the world ending!
Look at that one guy just like, no, my spear didn't get hit by his sword.
I feel left out.
But yeah, I think this has to be my favorite battle cry before a war out of any films. I haven't seen Braveheart. A lot of people say Braveheart is the best one, but I haven't seen it. But so to me, this is the best, like a battle cry before a war. So yeah. But yeah, so yeah. I just want to show that it's just so badass. But I guess we hashed out our differences to go, sort of.
I guess.
Very sort of.
Very sort of.
Very sort of.
Yeah. So what now?
Earlier, before we start, because before Teguh jumped in the last minute, I asked Kelvin, you have anything? You have any stories to tell? And I was like, I have some stories to tell, I guess. What is it that you still want to tell us, or?
Sure, I guess. I mean, like I did mention it in the group that time. It's fuck. God damn, I hate that guy. So here we go. Okay.
Is it the Matrix?
This is Japanese fucking. This is a Japanese dude, alright.
It's that guy. Okay.
It's a Japanese dude, alright. Here, okay. I have class on last Thursday. I found out, and like it's a class about media and culture. So we're discussing about like concepts and stuff about like I don't know, movies, stuff like that. So I was pretty interested, and then like the professor asked like, "Oh, do you guys do any of you have opinion? Maybe 2 or 3 students can share their opinion." And then there's this one Japanese dude. And here's the thing: Japanese people, their English are not the best. Not the best, like So this one guy, this one Japanese guy, he's trying to share his opinion. Okay, dude, it's like he's only trying to say like what 2 or 3 points, maybe. Yeah, and it take him like what, almost 30 minutes, Albert, just to say his point. The thing is, like he wants to explain it, but because of the English stuff, he couldn't. So it's most of the time just like he repeating the same thing over and over again with different words for like almost 30 minutes. All right. And then he mentioned about something like, oh, we should be watching about the Matrix because the concept is similar or something like that. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And the professor is like, oh, yeah, you know what? We can discuss about this next class. So over the weekend, can you guys please watch the Matrix? Right? That happens like about 10 minutes into his 30 minutes talk. But then like he keeps talking right after that. And then like some way somehow I wasn't really listening. He turns to something about talking about the class. Okay. And then because of that, the other students got pretty annoyed, right? Like, and one of my senpai typed in the chat like, this is not a seminar class. This is a regular class. Please let the teacher teach. We don't need to hear your opinion for 15 minutes straight. What is it?
I have a question. Like I was just about to say, why are they letting him talk throughout the whole class?
I mean, here's the thing. That
That's how classes work in Japan.
That professor is really.
It's a Zoom meeting, right, Kel?
Yeah, it's a Zoom meeting. That professor is really, what's the name? Passive, I guess. Like she doesn't want to get angry or stop people or something like that. That's why she doesn't, stop the guy, even though clearly she looks annoyed. And then like at some point, the professor is like, all right, what's her name? She says something like this, like, all right, originally, since you guys have tests this weekend on Manaba, I'm not going. Originally, I wasn't going to give you guys any homework, but after hearing him, I think you guys should watch The Matrix or any movies that you can watch and try to apply any of the concepts we learned from class and make a one-page essay about it. Like, what? So now the whole class got homework because of that one guy, Albert. Imagine that. Imagine one student giving because of that one student. Now, like the other 200 students, now we have homework to do over the weekend plus a task to do. I'm like, God damn it, so annoying. But yeah, that happens. Yeah. Yeah.
It's not just any homework; it's a one-page essay.
Yeah, I mean, like I know one page is not that much, but it's a difference of having a homework and no homework.
That's a big. I don't think I have anything because I don't. Fortunately for me, I haven't had a similar experience to that. But yeah, that's
yeah. But yeah, having homework and no homework is a big difference. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just did it this morning. Homework. I think I used Coraline as an example.
What is it about?
What, the homework?
Yeah.
Well, choose any concept I learned from class and apply it to the movie that I watched.
What's the concept?
Yeah, exactly.
The one I choose?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I choose the easiest concept ever. Todorov 5 stages of narrative progression. That's what I choose.
Oh, okay.
What class is this?
Media and culture.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically my whole essay is just me telling like, oh, in step 1, this is what happened in the movie. In step 2, this is what happened in the movie. So I'm basically making telling the
Analysis.
in the essay
Nice.
and call it a day.
That's fair.
But yeah, I hate that guy. No, not just me, Albert. 190 students hit that guy.
See, that's a weirder part. In a class with 190 students, they allow one guy to talk for 30 minutes, you say? That doesn't make
Almost 30
sense.
minutes.
That doesn't make sense to me. That's
I
so...
know.
The thing is, here's the thing, Bert. Teachers in Japan are a lot less aggressive.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
like 30 minutes? That's like,
Like-
a whole...
Like, no, I've experienced it too. Like, if there's that one student that just keeps talking, like, most of the teachers are like reluctant to just shut them up.
Yep.
Unless they're American. Like, I have one teacher who's Japanese but used to teach in America. If someone talks to him, she's like, okay, shut up. Like, that's it. Like,
Yeah.
But the other teachers, no. They're like,
Yes,
okay,
that
okay,
makes
okay.
sense.
Yeah, Albert. Yeah, that's yeah.
Did the teacher attempt to stop him at least midway? Or
No,
did they
he just looks annoyed and he's like, yes, hi, yes.
It's like he has no power over the student. It's just...
Yes.
Oh god.
Oh yes.
He's probably inside just welling up with frustration, like, God, shut the hell up, kid. Shut the hell up.
Dude. She looks like she just wants to shut him up, dude.
That
bad.
kid probably is KY. Albert doesn't know what that means.
Yeah.
KY. What's KY?
Dude,
How do you
here's the
explain
thing.
that in
KY is
English?
also my. It's not only my initials, but also my
Yeah.
professor's initial.
Oh!
Wait, what's
Yeah,
KY?
that dude's definitely
KY
KY.
is like if in Japan if you say KY it means kuki yomenai, which means it literally translates to cannot read the atmosphere. Does that make sense to you?
Are you talking about the teacher or are you talking about the student?
The student.
Student.
Okay.
Because usually if the
Student's
teacher
KY.
just goes yes, that means they want you to shut up.
Cal, is it on Zoom?
Yeah, of course.
You know the teacher have the power to just kick the student out, right?
I know, but dude, it's a Japanese professor.
Teacher. Dude, that's
Yeah.
unimaginable. They never do that.
That's
like-
disrespect,
if-
Albert. They don't do disrespect like that.
If the teacher like kicks out the student, I bet the other students will be like, yeah! Just
Oh,
celebrate.
dude. Here. That's how the midway while that guy is still talking. The only reason he stopped talking is because one Indonesian guy, senior of mine, he got so annoyed that he just like turned on his mic and I think he say something like, "Excuse me, professor, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we want to hear your teaching, not his opinion that we've been hearing for almost 30 minutes." Stuff like that. Yeah. So one student actually like turn on the mic and say something like that, and the whole chat is just like uproar of like happiness, like yeah. But then like all died down after the professor say, "Now we got homework." You're like, great, thanks, dude. Now we got homework. Now we got unwanted homework. Yeah, dude. Yeah, even the TA was like shocked that there's a homework. The TA is like, yes, I'll think about what we need to put in. Even the TA was shocked and confused too. It's like, fuck. Now I have to check their homeworks. Damn it. One guy.
One guy. The power of one guy.
Yeah. Hate that guy. And tomorrow I have the same class again. The media and culture class.
If he does the same thing again, you have to follow up on the story next episode.
Dude,
Yes.
yeah.
Tell us what happens.
Dude, I'm very sure that guy won't speak ever again.
Are you sure though?
Maybe.
Are you sure about that? Because that type of people, nah, they keep talking.
True that, Tigger.
They don't stop, Kel.
They don't stop. They just keep
stop.
talking. Yeah, so that's my story, how my weekend is like sort of ruined by that dude.
Well, hopefully.
Just so you know, I did not rewatch Coraline 2. I just used what I remember.
This is your memory.
Good job.
I mean,
That's the spirit.
If I were
Yeah,
to
of course.
write a paper based on a movie based on just my memory, I would probably go with Back to the Future because I
Yeah,
just
I know you're gonna
watched
say
it
that.
recently.
Dude,
Because
at
I'd go
first
with
I was
Wally
actually
because I've
going
watched
to
that thing
just
so
write.
many times.
Dude, at first I was just going to write about Star Wars. Then I'm like, wait,
you
I have to
you don't
choose.
even remember which is which.
That. But here's the thing, Albert. It's easy to write about Star Wars because it's very like it's just light versus dark.
Controversial. Oh, okay. I thought that
Yeah,
was
it's just that. Just light versus dark. It's that easy to write an essay about it. But thing is, I have to choose a movie and not the whole franchise.
Coraline is honestly a good pick. I don't think anyone's gonna pick the same thing with you, especially
I'm
192.
very,
That might be standing. That might stand out.
I hope it doesn't stand out.
Won't you get extra like credit or something if it stands out differently?
Dude, no,
In a good way.
no,
In a good way.
no.
No, you want someone else to have Coraline as well.
I mean, if someone else have Coraline, then it's good, spread the word. 2009 Coraline, best good movie.
I mean, like I'm
Yeah, I even
saying
typed down in the conclusion of my essay, like to conclude something, something, something. I would really recommend anyone to watch this movie.
Did you really?
Yeah, I typed that.
Oh, I guess if it's for me, if I want something easy for me to write Back to the Future, if it's something I want to stand out in terms of like uniqueness, I'll go with Sing Street because I doubt anyone's gonna write about Sing Street.
Dude, yeah. No,
No, Kel, you know
no,
what you
you
should
know
have gone
what?
with?
Cat in the Hat.
No.
Dude,
I
if I
guess
choose
that.
Cat in the Hat, how,
Yeah.
dude, I would stand out so much.
I was gonna say go with Shark Boy and Lava Girl, but okay, fine.
I would go with Cats.
Oh god, no. Actually, just because of the recentness factor, someone might have picked it.
True. No, but I'm very sure they'll be thinking of good movies, not bad movies. Like,
Yeah.
imagine it, like you're supposed to put the concept in the movie, but what if we just like Cats doesn't follow any of this. This is why it's bad.
Do you actually recall any plot point from Cats? Because it's out of my mind.
I remember the whole thing about me. I don't remember it specifically, but I do remember me hating Buster Jones.
That's the whole essay.
It is just me. Like, what is Buster Jones? What is his role? To suck?
Basically, a hate letter for James Corden, but you submitted as your assignment. Well,
yeah.
Well, I guess with that said, hope that's a perfect time, I guess, to wrap up the show. Before we go to the plugs, I just want to shout out one more thing. Once again, yeah, if you haven't checked out the commentary track for Scooby Doo, go ahead, check it out. I think we definitely have more fun doing this one than the one with Cats because actually the film is quite enjoyable, and it gives like it's a little bit more nostalgic as well. And when I'm doing highlights, this one is definitely way funnier than when we did one for Cats. But I just cannot upload the highlights, which still suck. But yeah, I really recommend you guys checking it out if you want. We've got some good amount of viewership on YouTube. I'm guessing because of the scoop timing that we did. So hopefully you guys can enjoy that even more. And aside from that, last week's episode, because I did it, I decided to do it without you guys last week episode, where I did the top 10 movie scores of the 2010s, and I decided it's been a passion thing of mine because I love movie scores, and I decided with two of my great friends, Sophie and Matthew, to do movie scores, and we did that episode. And some people requested it. Is there a place where we can listen to it? Yes, I will link it in the description of this video. And this podcast, as well as the description for the previous podcast. I make a private YouTube playlist of just the movie scores that made it to the final top 10. So you guys can check it out if you really want to listen to the music. So yeah, there's that for me.
Nice. So, what now? Plug?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. Puppet Nap.
Oh,
You want to
right,
plug?
that's me. You can find me on Instagram as TG23399. and you can find me on Steam as Deep Fried Tofu. And yeah.
All right. You guys can find me on Instagram at KYA27. I have a Twitch and Mixer at DiscoMonkey027. I've been streaming more on Twitch now because most of the time I'm just too lazy to change the setting to Mixer, so that's why. But yeah, on Twitch.
Settings from Mixer to Twitch to
No,
Mixer.
it's very easy. Just press settings, go to the stream.
Lazy to switch it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and on I don't know. I guess Steam is like Disco Monkey 007, but it's alright. Alright, Albert, go.
Yeah, you can check me out on Twitter and Instagram at Wiradharma. You can find the YouTube channel where you're watching this right now. Feel free to subscribe at Jaw Movies. The commentary track once again for the Councilmen, Scooby Doo, as well as for Cats if you want to watch that. Or if you want to pair it up as a double feature, a dog cat combo, whatever. Go ahead. It's on the Jaw Movies YouTube channel, or you can just find the audio podcast on the Councilmen podcast feed. Which while we're talking about that, it is at Councilmen Show on Twitter and Instagram. I'll try. I said this every episode. I haven't really committed to it, but I'll actually try to be more active on Twitter and Instagram, trying to be more updating on everything. It's just I sometimes forget to post stuff. I thought I already did, but I forgot to. Which is why I'm gonna repost the Scooby Doo commentary track, because I just realized I haven't actually shared it on social media, and I'm surprised it already. I think last time I checked, we already got around like 30 something views, which is good since I just released it on Wednesday, and I don't think I've actually released it on Twitter about it. So maybe we'll get some more traction once I do that. So yeah, go check that one out. Follow us at Councilmen Show. Subscribe to us at the Councilmen podcast feed, Apple, Spotify, Podbean, Anchor, wherever you listen to us. If you leave us a 5-star review, we'll read out your review out loud on the show. Or if you leave us a voice message on Anchor, if you use the Anchor app, we will play your voice message on the show as well. And what else? Yeah, just check out everything that we're doing. This is all for you guys. So yeah, I believe that is it.
Do we need to plug Ariq?
Do you guys want to plug Ariq?
Do you want to plug Ariq? Alright then. Ariq have an Instagram at Ariq Andria and his team, the Bluest Smith, for episode 5.
Yes. you gotta break it to
Yeah. So I hope we all forgive Ariq for all his sins this year. Yeah. So what now?
You're the one who did it.
Right.
Good job, Kelvin.
So, dude. All right, dude. So with that,
what is going on?
And actually, before this, I want to show you guys this first.
What?
A very quick fun fact.
Okay.
Albert, open my share screen. Look,
Okay.
this is a kaswari egg. It's green.
Okay.
Yeah. I just want to show you that.
Okay. I was expecting something a bit more Kelvin, but okay.
Kaswari eggs are green. Yeah. So
All right,
on that note, the councilman has spoken. We'll see you guys in the next episode.
See ya.
Bye-bye.